Imagine a massive tornado approaching, destroying everything in its path. Your house is now a total ruin. Your home will need to be rebuilt, therefore, you will have to find temporary shelter elsewhere for a long period of time. Envision a scenario where you can quickly and easily rebuild your house using 3D printing. 3D printing has the potential to permanently alter the world's landscape, or at the very least, it has been hyped up in the last few years all over the world. Now, did you know that Italian architects created the world's first 3D printed house out of dirt? Let's take a closer look at what this implies for the future of sustainable home construction. The technology is quite simple. It can physically produce a product of almost any shape based on a digital image. A method of construction in which thin layers of material are layered on top of one another, much as how a cake is iced with a pastry bag. It may be used to create practically anything imaginable, from prosthesis to auto parts to playthings for kids. Today, the same technology has the potential to revolutionize the building sector altogether. The largest 3D printed home in Europe is now being built in Bavaria, Germany. It's a concrete building with 3 stories and a total area of 4,000 square feet. While it normally takes 5 people 5 days to build the ground floor, it took 2 people just 1 day to do the work with 3D, saving time and cutting costs. Further reductions are found in minimalizing waste because the printer knows exactly how much material to use. Whereas today, most walls in a house have the same thickness, regardless of whether it's structurally needed or not. This is not the first build of its kind. In 2018, the Romandis became the first family ever to move into a 3D printed home, as part of a social housing project in the northwestern French city of Nantes. This house only took 54 hours to print and cost 20% less than a comparable home built the traditional way. White insulator material is layered on both sides of the concrete. The resulting increased airflow and decreased humidity are a direct result of the curved walls that can be built with greater artistic freedom. Similar cost reductions are what 𝐬𝐿 hopes to achieve in the United States. The Texas firm has collaborated with a charity to construct shelters for Austin's homeless and now low-cost communities in Mexico. It can print a 400 to 500 square foot home using cutting-edge technology in just a day. After completing 20 of the smaller 3D houses, 𝐬𝐿 has moved on to constructing larger homes at market rates. But its grandest scheme is truly cosmic. To develop a method for building habitable structures on the moon from raw materials, NASA has awarded cash to 𝐬𝐿. The firm is testing out a material that is conceptually similar to lunar regolith, the soil-like material that covers the moon's surface. It will need creative thinking to construct anything in such a setting. This is how it could be done. The expanded dome of the habitation capsule provides structural support, much like scaffolding would on Earth. The regolith is gathered by robot arms. Then a lightweight, tough shell is printed to shield the spacecraft from radiation, meteorites, and temperature changes. Habitats on Mars might follow the same pattern, using only native resources. The Marcia prototype, which AI Space Factory developed and submitted to and won NASA's Space Habitat competition in 2019, will serve as the basis for future egg-shaped houses. According to the business, Marcia could be constructed from basalt fiber, mined from the Martian rocks, and renewable bioplastic refined from Martian plants. The company claims its products are more resilient and can withstand greater stress than concrete. Construction on Mars is still far distant. However, a comparable rental property can be found in New York State's upstate region. The goal is to reuse it and improve upon it in different parts of the world. Although 3D printing is becoming more popular, there are still challenges to solve. Some printers do not function properly when temperatures fall below freezing. Errors in the digital model could cause serious problems on the job site. Some materials, such as wood, cannot be printed, and the printers can't do everything, yet. Construction personnel is still required to add features such as a roof. But emerging technology utilized on construction sites in the future will require even less manual labor. A robot just completed all of the brickwork for a 3-bedroom house being built in northern England. However, it is not all bad news for the workforce, because new, higher-skilled occupations, such as modeling, can be developed. Mighty Buildings, a California-based startup, compares the 3D construction industry revolution to the current shift in the auto industry, with Tesla leading the way with its superior technologies. The printed studios at Mighty Building start at $183,000. In a state where the average home price is $700,000. Using a light stone substance that hardens when exposed to UV light and is more thermally resistant than concrete, they are manufactured in the company's Oakland factory. Single-family residences are another product the firm hopes to introduce in the not-too-distant future. The technology has advanced to the point where structures as huge as this Dubai office building, which has 2 stories and 7,000 square feet, may be printed. A quarter of all new buildings in the Middle Eastern metropolis are expected to be 3D printed by 2030, propelling it to the forefront of the global printing industry. It's hard to believe, but maybe one day the average North American suburb won't consist of rows upon rows of identical houses. Historically, the construction industry has been slow to adopt new technologies, but 3D printing may prove irresistible and might rapidly become popular, giving people in this world and beyond more and better housing options. But the big question is, would you want to live in a 3D printed home? Thanks so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a like, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you very soon.